seem surprised to see me.
I thought you were having dinner with René.
I regret having had to disappoint your charming daughter, monsieur. Nor would I have done so except for the necessity of seeing you.
I'm not sure I understand.
No, of course you don't. You're expecting someone who could tell you the details of a plot against the King of France. Oh, now, please, Monsieur Morel, don't look so startled. Your patriotic devotion to King Louis Philippe is no secret to me. But your masquerade is over. You only supported the plot to overthrow the king in order to learn the identity of its leaders. Well, you've accomplished your purpose.
No, Paul, you are mistaken.
No. I am not mistaken, because you see, I am that leader. My only regret is that you won't live long enough to see me place Napoleon III upon the throne of France. Please draw.
Come in.
Monsieur le Comte?
Yes, Mario.
Edmond, there is a young lady in the anteroom who is most anxious to speak with you.
Concerning what, my friend?
She would not say, but requested that I will give you this snuff box.
What is the name of this damsel?
Morel, René Morel.
Morel. Yes, it would be. Please ask the young lady to come in.
Good. If you please, mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle Morel. Please be seated.
Thank you. I'd hoped to speak to you alone.
Oh, Mario and Jacopo are my most loyal friends, most trusted confidants. You may speak freely. An interesting little trinket, mademoiselle.
I wanted you to see it. And these 3 gold coins.
May I ask why you brought them to me?
My father was Albert Morel. From the village of Vichy.
Yes?
He was killed 2 days ago by the sword of an unknown assailant.
My deepest sympathies, mademoiselle.
He told me if anything ever happened to him, I was to bring these to you.
But I'm still at a loss. Did Monsieur Morel believe that I knew him?
Years ago, my father had a young friend, an Edmond Dantes, who was imprisoned for life in the Chateau d'If for a crime he did not commit. My father once hinted that Dantes might have escaped, possessed himself of a vast fortune and a new identity, and was using that fortune and devoting his life to battling injustice wherever he might find it.
And?
I believe, monsieur, that you might be that Edmond Dantes.
I regret, mademoiselle. Apparently, I have made a journey here for naught.
I refuse to accept that.
But I'm afraid you must accept that. Obviously, your father made some mistake.
There's no mistake about that silver snuff box, or why he clutched it so tightly in his dying hand, or why he wanted me to bring it here to you.
It is getting late, mademoiselle. I suggest you return to your hotel before nightfall.
Thank you. Your high regard for my father's wishes is most deeply appreciated.
I take it, my friends, you do not approve of my treatment of Mademoiselle Morel.
Oh, it's not that. Of course, you must have an excellent reason for so doing.
Mario, Jacopo, we three have shared our secret for many years. From whence I came, where I obtained my fortune, the cause to which we have been dedicated ever since. Your loyalty to that cause, Jacopo, has already cost you your tongue. And now Mademoiselle Morel, by coming so dangerously close to the truth, could cost us all our heads.
But we nearly lost our heads so many times.
And it really is your wish, my friends, that we should help this lovely Mademoiselle by becoming once more the defenders of the weak and downtrodden.
Oh, yes, indeed it is.
Big gold Napoleons. Napoleon III. Mario, we shall ride to Vichy to investigate the death of Albert Morel and his connection with his three Napoleons. Get the horses.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. My inn is at your complete disposal. Yes, gentlemen, make yourselves at home. And what may we do for you, gentlemen?
I take it 3 plump and juicy birds will not go amiss, my friends?
Indeed not, indeed not. And the wine of the province to accompany them, no doubt?
No, I think not. I should rather have 3 of your best bottles of Chateau du Bray.
Did I hear Monsieur say Chateau du Bray?
Well, yes, you do have it in your cellar, do you not?
Yes.
Well, then get it, my man.
Oh, well, such a rare and rather expensive wine. Perhaps it would be best if Monsieur were downstairs and pick up the bottles himself.
An excellent idea.
Come, please. You will find what you seek at the center rack of wines, monsieur. In the meanwhile, I'll prepare the juicy birds.
You may disclose your presence, Dubray. 'Tis a friend.
Monte Cristo. One moment, please. I shall be right with you.
I see you still maintain your secret residence here, Dubray.
What else can I do, monsieur? So long as those stupid gendarmes insist upon accusing me of every crime committed near Vichy.
A travesty upon justice, I'm sure. Dubray, I have come for some information about this.
It is a gold Napoleon, Monsieur le Comte. Surely you know that.
What if they were 3?
I can tell you nothing. I know nothing about them.
Nothing. There's nothing that goes on within 50 kilometers from Vichy of which you're not informed.
Please, I beg if you do not ask. It would mean my neck, I swear it.
A neck I once saved for you, Dubray.
Very well. What is it you wish to know?
These 3 coins, do they have some connection with the pretender to the crown of France, Napoleon III?
Yes, monsieur. They are a kind of password used amongst the rebellious nobles.
Plotting to overthrow King Louis Philippe, to enable Napoleon to seize the throne for himself.
These seem to be the rumors.
What else do the rumors say?
Please, monsieur, I beg if you do not ask, please.
What else do they say, Dubray?
An emissary from Napoleon, a certain Baron von Steuben, is en route to Vichy from Strasbourg. He is expected to arrive sometime late this afternoon.
Whom is he to see and where?
I swear I do not know. Only that he is to meet with the leaders of the plot, to bring their plan to a head.
How did Albert Morel fit in the picture?
You know he was loyal to the crown of France.
Yes, I know.
His efforts to expose the conspiracy against the king were found out, and One of the rebellious nobles killed him.
The noble's name?
I do not know it.
His name?
I swear it, I do not know. I have told you everything. Everything.
Very well, my friend. Thank you for your information. Out, my men. Out.
Have you any idea who I am?
My dear Baron von Steuben, if I didn't know who you were, you wouldn't be in this predicament. Out.
You'll answer for this. Believe me, you will. Please keep quiet so I don't have to shoot. Uh-huh. 3 more gold Napoleons. Edmund was right. Are you sure this is not madness? You are deliberately placing your neck under the blade of the guillotine.
The price would seem to be well worth the odds.
Not to impersonate Baron von Steuben.
You forget this, Mario. It introduces the bearer, one Baron von Steuben, to a certain Monsieur Paul de Villefort. And it states that the Baron is worthy of being trusted with all vital information.
But why not merely inform the king's men at Vichy about the plot?
We still don't know the names of the rebellious nobles. And as long as they remain free, the threat to France will exist. Jacopo! We leave the Baron and his men here. Take their horses and wait for us at the inn.
Your credentials are apparently in order, Baron von Steuben. Our Emperor Napoleon III has written quite highly of you. However, there still seems to be something lacking in order to make your welcome here more complete. The House of de Villefort is honored by so noble an emissary from our Emperor, sir. I drink to you.
To our plans, Monsieur de Villefort. May they achieve the end they so richly deserve. And now may I suggest you inform me as to what progress you're making in His Majesty's behalf.
Oh, no, monsieur. A much more favorable moment will present itself later in the evening. I've invited our allies to attend a ball in your honor.
Oh?
This will give us all the occasion to meet and exchange confidences. And speaking of meetings, monsieur, I would like to present my fiancée to the renowned Baron von Steuben. I feel certain that you will find her presence quite rewarding. Please forgive the interruption, my dear. I'd like to present the Baron von Steuben, my fiancée, Mademoiselle Renée Morel.
Forever your humble servant, mademoiselle.
You've wasted enough time, Monsieur le Comte. I demand an explanation of your impersonation at once. Well?
The snuff box you brought me from your father is responsible, mademoiselle.
After the way you received me in Paris, you lie, monsieur.
If so, it is a lie you have to be satisfied with.
If you think that, you're either a fool or a madman, because I intend to expose you at once.
A luxury you cannot possibly afford, mademoiselle.
And why not?
Simply because you are in the camp of your father's enemies.
My father's...
And the enemies of the King of France.
Now I know you're really insane. This is the home of my fiancé. And you have the unbelievable effrontery to accuse Paul of... What possible proof could you have for such an incredible statement?
For the moment, none. Before the night is over, more than enough.
I intend to tell Paul about this immediately.
As you wish. But before doing something you will regret, you better consider this. If I'm right, Paul de Villefort is not only the enemy of the king, but he may be directly responsible for the murder of your father. Yes, mademoiselle. I suggest you wait at least a night out to see if I can furnish my proof.
Your father, Monsieur le Baron. Someone wishes to speak with you.
Will you excuse me, mademoiselle?
Of course.
He says it's most urgent. Someone has found Baron von Steuben and released him.
How do you know?
He's here.
Wait for me outside the west wall.
Wait for you.
There's some important details I have to take care of.
But what can be more important than saving your own life?
Perhaps saving that of France, my friend.
You had him here in your very hands, the impostor, and let him make good his escape. How could you be so stupid, so blundering?
Before continuing, monsieur, perhaps you had best offer proof that you really are Baron von Steuben. Proof!
Does the impostor know we plan to strike July 14th? Does he know the passageway built to King's Chambers at Versailles? That you are to lead a diversion attack up from Vichy while Napoleon marches in from Verdun? Well, de Villefort, do you realize now the importance of finding this man before it is too late?
It seems that there are spies almost everywhere now, my dear Baron. It's becoming increasingly difficult to determine one's friends from one's enemies. But we will find this man, and I will dispose of him just as I was forced to dispose of my friend Albert Morel.
But your men have searched everywhere for him. He's nowhere to be found.
Nevertheless, I will wager that he has not yet left the chateau.
What nonsense is that?
It is obvious that he came here for these papers.
The details of our plan?
The names of the ringleaders. Believe me, I'm relieved to find them still here. If these ever fell into the hands of the king's men, our heads wouldn't be worth a sou, Baron.
That's exactly what both of your heads are worth now. Fortunately for you, monsieur, it is most important to me and friends that these documents reach the hands of the proper authorities because, personally, I would like to run you through right now till we meet again.
Guards! Guards!
Take these to the commandant of the guards at Vichy. Tell him they are from me. Now ride, my friend. Bolt the door. Get me a knife. A sharp one.
He's all right, monsieur?
He will be if we don't move him.
But what if Monsieur Villefort comes here with these men and finds you here like this? What would happen to me?
May I proffer you the humble hospitality of the inn, Monsieur de Villefort?
I fear, my dear sir, the time is too pressing.
Take him!
Drop your weapons. In the name of His Majesty, King Louis Philippe. Are you all right, Monsieur le Comte?
Monsieur le Comte.
Of Monte Cristo, at your service, my dear de Villefort.
Monte Cristo.
Stop!
all right, Captain. It will be a great pleasure avenging the death of a dear friend. Captain, thank you for your kind indulgence. He's all yours.
As you wish, monsieur.
You see, Jacopo, I told you we could have all lost our heads. Come on, we have a sick friend to take care of.
When I think of what a fool I've been, how deeply indebted I am, I can't find the words with which to thank you.
Please do not try, mademoiselle. If we have been of service to you in France, that's thanks enough.
You're very kind, and I shall not argue the matter. If you will put my mind to rest about one thing.
What is that?
Edmond Dantes.
Oh, yes. That poor, innocent sailor you told me about.
Yes, monsieur. Am I right about Edmond Dantes and who I think he is today?
Your father gave me the snuff box many years ago, as I gave him the one you brought to my villa. Please accept it as a token of my deepest respect and most sincere admiration for both you and Monsieur Albert Morel.